Yoruba is one of the most widely spoken languages in Nigeria, but it's also one of the most widely spoken tonal languages on the planet. But what does that even mean? Right off the bat, I can tell you that Yoruba uses different tones to differentiate between different words, just like Mandarin and Vietnamese, but to be honest, that's not even the most interesting thing about it. While we're on the topic of sounds, I can tell you that Yoruba's sound system, or that is to say its phonological inventory, is really particularly interesting. This varies a bit by dialect, but Yoruba is usually said to have 7 run-of-the-mill vowels, those being a, e, I, o, u. But there's also 5 nasal vowels, or fawele arongupwe. These are vowels where the air is coming not only out of your mouth, but your nose at the same time. You'll hear them a lot in French and Portuguese, for example. In Yoruba, those are and you can actually hear them in the word for nasalized vowels in Yoruba. Arongupwe. Actually, while we're looking at this word, there's something else I want to point out. With this letter P right here, there's more than meets the eye. Because it's not just your run-of-the-mill P sound. It's not aromupe. No. This is what we call a labial velar plosive. It's a double articulation. That means you're pronouncing a K sound and a P sound at the same time. This type of consonant is particularly common across languages of West Africa, and Yoruba is no exception. You'll hear them bang. Now that being said, Yoruba's grammar is also really interesting, in particular how its verbs work. Yoruba makes extensive use of something called serial verb construction, which means you can put several verbs together to express a more specific meaning. This is actually a thing in a lot of other languages too, but in many of those other languages, you have to put all of the verbs next to each other to get that combined meaning. But not in Yoruba. In Yoruba, you can actually have sentences where the verbs surround the object of the sentence, but those verbs combine to get the full meaning of the sentence. So if you have a sentence like, he brought the book, well, you can see the parts come together in a very different order than they might in English, right?